Angry guy here. Asian women are rejecting Chads and Tyrones and choosing good men instead. Asian women are rejecting Chads and Tyrones and choosing good men instead. Let's just go ahead and jump into this comment from Mayumi. She says, I'm 5'7" in height. My husband is 5'7". You guys know that she's Japanese, lives in the US with her husband, who's biracial, he's Asian and black. She says, I'm 5'7" in height. My husband is 5'7", and I love that I can see eye to eye with him. His height was never a problem for me, and I remember how funny it was when a Chad tried to hit on me at a shopping mall. He was about maybe 5'9", and he was larger in height than my husband, but I guess someone should have taught him how to fight, because my husband is vicious when he protects me and our family. He made this guy look real bad and forced him to apologize. The Chad became a good man after he came to my husband at a security company to better himself. He works for my husband now, and it is true, people can change. Sadly, Western women don't, and when they try, it's too late for them. The parade passed them by. I am so amazed with this story. This is absolutely an amazing story. So, Mayumi's husband, he was previously in the military. After leaving the military, he started a security company, and he hires different people, ex-military people, to work at the security in different positions in different positions at the security business. And this is such an incredible story. She says that a Chad, approached her in a shopping mall when she was with her husband, and her husband not only set him straight and made him apologize, but he then gave the guy a job, and the guy changed a lot afterwards. This is unbelievable in how men should really carry themselves. Be firm and demand respect, but then at the same time help other men to grow. I am beyond blown away by this. We absolutely need more men like this in society to lead society and to take us out of this darkness that we currently are in. And we need more women that will stand firm and don't instantly jump ship because of some pretty face. There are a lot of women who, if they had run into such a Chad, they would have got his number secretly. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's the reality we live in. And that's why that's why women like Mayumi and her sisters are going to take over and clean up. The truth of the matter is that men in Western society are done. Men in Western society are tired of the nonsense, tired of the games, and they can't do it anymore. They can't play this game anymore. They've just about had enough. Women created the system. They could not control their hypergamous ways, and now that has led us to so much division in Western society, where men are now walking away from Western society, relationships in Western society, and going overseas to start new lives. And in some case, new relationships with women who are fit, feminine, and friendly. It's sad, but this is the ultimate truth. But it's amazing to see the difference where these women know what it means to have a good man and the value of a man and respecting one's family. Because the moment she goes on the streets, that's it. The moment that a woman hits the streets, that's the end of it. Guys, do you realize how many of these young women today can no longer pair bond? Think about a lot of these girls who are going to medical school now, and they're coming out of medical school. When they come out of medical school, Gen Z, they're going to feel like they're better than people, and they're going to be out in the streets. They have really no actual future. And the truth of the matter is they're not as resilient as previous generations. So they're going to blame everyone for their mess ups. There's going to be a larger mortality rate. A lot of them are going to get fired. Because they're women, they probably won't go to jail, although some of them will go to jail. And it is from the streets they came, and it is to the streets they shall return. Like, it's a sad reality that we live in right now. We are facing such a hard time in Western society, and the men are done. The men have thrown their hands up and they've walked away. And it's amazing because I said this years ago. I said that women are going to basically say that, okay, guys, we need to have a conversation. And they're going to try to hold meetings. And when they go to these meetings, the only people that are going to be there are guys like Destiny. And they're going to say, wait, where are the other guys? We don't want to talk to you guys. We want to talk to the other men. And the response is going to be, yeah, those guys are gone. Those guys are gone. They're gone. They don't want to speak to you. They're not even, they didn't even return messages, okay? We're all you have, and you really need to show us some respect. That's all. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be in complete shock and awe that men today won't speak to them. They don't want to have, these men are gone. These are like, oh, we demand to sit down with you. Sit down. These men don't want to speak to you. These men have rejected what we have in Western society. These women in Western society cannot believe that that the men in Western society don't want to have relationships with them. They don't want the qualities that these women have. They don't find them attractive. They want to go overseas and find women who are fit, feminine, and friendly. Women who are raised to be wives. Women who do not see cooking and cleaning and taking care of one's family as servitude. Women who do not see caring for one's husband and children as emotional labor that they should be paid for and compensated for. UK women have literally been demanding for years that they be paid for emotional labor. They have literally advocated that housewives should be paid for the work that they do in the homes. They should be paid to be mothers. They should be paid to be wives. They should be paid to have to listen to their husbands and the complaints of their children, to be nurturers. Guys, they've completely disconnected from what it means to be a woman. They no longer know what it means to be a woman, to have feminine traits, to connect with another person. All they care about is their bag. And no amount of money will ever be enough for them. They have lost the ability to pair bond. This is it. There's no recovery. There's no there's no coming back. They did this to themselves. And they don't have the ability to say no. They don't. Because they will always desire someone else. I told you. These women, these modern women do not want these men. But they are what's happening right now is they see the writing on the wall, some of them, and they're running to get a man. But these men don't want to be in a relationship with them. And the irony is that they look at these men as their plan B guys, plan C guys, and plan D guys. If you make $50,000 to $75,000 a year, you're a plan D guy, plan desperate. They will only be with you if they are desperate. You have no actual real shot of a real relationship with them. They will use you if they don't have a place to live. They need a phone, they need food. They will use you to move up to a plan C guy, which is the come up guy, or preferably a plan B guy, which is the build up guy, because that's the guy who's going to build them up. They're going to build their lives off this man's back, and then take half his stuff and then go live happy lives and return to the streets from whence they came. This is how it is. Plan A guys are the millionaires, billionaires. Those are the NBA. Those are guys like the NBA players, guys that are very rich. The top athletes in the world. Guys like Aaron Rodgers that are worth $100 million. Those are the Plan A guys. And the thing is, they don't actually even love those guys. They don't actually love those guys. Now, keep in mind that, you know, Plan S, that these things do intersect. For example, Plan A and Plan S, those guys, you know, they carry over somewhat. All right, they can carry over somewhat. Plan S guys, however, those guys are typically strictly the Chads and the Tyrones, the guys that they actually love, the guys that are not marriage material, but the guys that they are actually want to be, that they really wish they could be in a relationship with. You know, to have a family, you need a Plan B guy. You know what B also stands for? Boring, right? Because they say that these guys are the boring guys because they're not going to give them excitement. They're going to give them stability. And women find stability boring in modern society. Ironically, if you went back just a few hundred years, you know, a guy who would stay off the streets, would provide you was stable, and would provide you with a good life. These guys were in demand. But in modern society, the wires have gotten crossed. Women have become so entitled that they've become so privileged, and they always have a backup, that because they're bailed out of every bad decision that they make, that, you know, now they want the Chad, they want the bad boy, they want the guy that's going to be on the streets with them. But nothing lasts forever. And now they're going to see the consequences for decisions that they've made. What do you guys think about this? Asian women are rejecting Chads and Tyrones and choosing good men instead. I want to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. Let me know what you think there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA. And walking away. And cheers.